Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10 list. Here's my top 10 favorite female performances in movies. As you saw in my last video, I did my top 10 favorite male performances in movies. Now it's time for the ladies' turn. Yes, this is my top 10 favorite female performances in movies. Yes, all for the actresses. And again, this is all personal opinion. These are just my favorite performances. I'm not saying these are the best. These are just what I think are the best. Just performances that gripped me and just really caught my eye and stuff. And yeah, just again, all opinion and stuff. And so yeah, let's get to it. Here's my top 10 favorite female performances in movies. And for our top 10 list, you gotta have your honorable mentions. And again, a lot of honorable mentions. So my honorable mentions are Vivian Leigh in Gone with the Wind, Sissy Spacek for Carrie, Linda Blair for The Exorcist, Bette Davis for All About Eve, Charlize Theron for Monster, Katharine Hepburn for The Lion in Winter, Jodie Foster for The Silence of the Lambs, Jessica Chastain for Zero Dark 30, Grace Kelly for Rear Window, Rooney Mara for The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and Glenn Close for Fatal Attraction. A lot of honorable mentions, great performances, just couldn't make the top 10 list, but what didn't make my top 10 was my number 10. And my number 10 is a performance from a great actress, one of the greatest musical actresses, and one of the greatest performances in a Disney movie from one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, and that is Julie Andrews in Mary Poppins. Yes, she plays the role of Mary Poppins, and a lot of people love her in The Sound of Music. I love her in The Sound of Music, but Mary Poppins is such a iconic character, and only Julie Andrews could play this role this freaking well and win an Academy Award. She won her Oscar, and very well deserved. She's so likable, she's so freaking charming, and I freaking love her character. I love her character. I love throughout the whole movie, you don't know what the hell's going on. You don't know if it's through the kid's imagination and stuff. And I love that Mary Poppins denies everything that they do and stuff. It's just really interesting and thought-provoking. And I love her performance in this movie. Again, such a likable, such a charming character, and Julie Andrews just played her so freaking well, and she's got a beautiful voice. Her singing is so freaking lovely, and every musical number she does is just top freaking notch. And what else do I gotta say? It's Julie Andrews as Mary Poppins. Amazing performance. Coming in number 9 is a pretty recent performance, and that is Rosamund Pike in Gone Girl. Yes, as amazing fucking Amy. Amy Dunn, yes. The story of her character is basically she wants to murder her husband. Her husband's been cheating on her, and basically she wants to murder her husband, and she basically wants to murder her husband by basically sending him to prison for her murder and stuff. She's one twisted bitch. She's one of the, actually, probably one of the best female villains in movies. She is so freaking crazy, but she's so freaking clever, so freaking devious, so freaking smart, and just so interesting and fascinating. The fact that she wants to ruin her husband's life like this is kind of fucked up and very interesting, and Rosamund Pike just plays the role so freaking well. Ben Affleck's great too. It's the only good performance you'll ever see Tyler Perry give, and it's a David Fincher movie. It's a fantastic movie. It's a very thought-provoking movie, and it's a very thrilling movie, and Rosamund Pike is so good in this movie. Again, totally deserved an Oscar win. She didn't get it, but that doesn't matter. She's still fantastic in this movie. It's one of the best performances by an actress this decade. Coming number 8 is Sigourney Weaver in Alien and Aliens. I just put them both because she's both amazing in both of these movies as Ellen Ripley. In the first one, she's the only logical character. Well, her and Parker are the logical characters, but I love her character in the first one. She's a smart character, she's very observant, and she's probably the most fascinating character. She gives a fantastic performance in the first Alien. Aliens, she does up her acting even more. She's fantastic. She's badass. She was actually nominated for an Oscar, and I love Ellen Ripley. I just love her as a character. She's an iconic female badass character. Come on, get away from her, you bitch! She's such a great character. I love Sigourney Weaver. She's a fantastic actress, and she made the character Ellen Ripley come to life for us, and she's just a fantastic actress, and her performance is damn near perfect in these Alien movies. Coming number 7 is Elizabeth Taylor in the movie Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. And I could have went with a lot of Elizabeth Taylor movies because she's a great actress. Come on, Cleopatra, The Cat on the Hot Tin Roof and stuff. She's got a lot of range, Elizabeth Taylor, but Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is a fantastic performance. Again, based off a play and stuff. It takes a real good actor to play a role that is all dialogue. It's a very dialogue-fueled movie, and Elizabeth Taylor is sensational in this movie. She steals every scene she's in. She comes off a very despicable character, but without spoiling it, when you find out the truth about her, she's very, very sympathetic, very charismatic, and you feel deeply sorry for her character, and you find out why she's kind of bitchy and kind of moody and why she flips out sometimes. You understand everything about her and the complexities of her character all within the third act of the movie, and it just makes her character even more deep and even more layered, and Elizabeth Taylor just played the role so freaking well. Oscar well deserved, and amazing performance. Coming number 6 is Kate Winslet in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yes, in this movie she plays Clementine. Oh my darling Clementine, yes. The character Clementine is another weird, strange character who dyes her hair a lot like Ramona Flowers, or Ramona Flowers is like Clementine, actually, because, yeah, she came out first. But anyways, Kate Winslet, this is my favorite Kate Winslet performance. I know a lot of people say The Reader, some people say Titanic and stuff, but I think her performance in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is her best performance as Clementine. I love this movie. Eternal Sunshine is such a brilliant movie. One of the best performances Jim Carrey gives. He's so good. His chemistry with Kate Winslet is so freaking strong, and I love Kate Winslet. As Clementine, she should have won an Oscar. She was nominated. She should have won. I think it was too unique for the Oscars. It was too strange, too out there of a performance. The movie itself is just right batshit out there in itself. It's so freaking incredible, so well written, so well directed, so well executed, and marvelously acted by the whole cast, especially Kate Winslet. Coming number 5 is Meryl Streep in Sophie's Choice. Oh, this is such a very tragic role, very sad performance, and it's so well done. Meryl Streep, again, it's Meryl Streep. This girl's been nominated God knows how many times, and she's won the Oscar 3 times for The Iron Lady, Kramer vs. Kramer, and this performance. She did not deserve it for The Iron Lady. She should have won that for either Julie and Julia, or Doubt, or Bridges of Madison County, sorry. Yeah, those were better performances, but her performance in Kramer vs. Kramer, amazing. But her performance in Sophie's Choice, spectacular. She's so freaking good. She plays this person who was in a concentration camp, and the tragedies of the aftermath, the beforemath of her in this concentration camp is so tragic, so sad, and Meryl Streep plays the role so freaking good. She is so amazing. She won her Oscar for it, and it was so well deserved. It's a damn near perfect performance, and for Meryl Streep, it's her best performance. Number 4 is Geena Davis and Thelma and Louise. Yes, Thelma and Louise. I know a lot of people are probably thinking, why not Susan Sarandon and Geena Davis? Just put it as a tie. I personally think Geena Davis gives a better performance than Susan Sarandon, even though they both were nominated. I thought Geena Davis, this is probably her best performance in movies, Geena Davis. And everyone's like, what? What about Beetlejuice? What about The Accidental Tourist? She won her fucking Oscar for that movie. I know, but for her and Thelma and Louise, I just like her character and I love her performance. And a lot of people will, again, debate me. They're like, what about Susan Sarandon? She's better. She's Louise. She's badass. The reason I love Susan Sarandon as Louise, but Louise doesn't really learn anything in the movie. Thelma does. Thelma has the character arc in the movie because in the beginning of the movie, Louise is already sort of badass. Thelma is the one that's very vulnerable. She always gets dominated by men and stuff. As you saw at the bar, the guy tried to molest her and stuff. Her husband is just so mean and cruel to her. But throughout the film, being with Louise, meeting Brad Pitt and stuff, she changes as a character. She becomes more badass. She becomes a bank robber. She becomes an outlaw, a vigilante. Well, not a vigilante. She doesn't save people, but still an outlaw, a badass. And she she just grows as a character, and she grows more and more fascinating, more and more layered, more and more three-dimensional. She's just more of a fascinating character than Louise. And that is all due to good writing, but also a great performance by Geena Davis. I thought Geena Davis was fantastic. Her chemistry with Susan Sarandon is just so freaking great. They have such a beautiful friendship, very realistic friendship, and my god, I almost always cry at the end of this movie. Such a sad story, such a sad way to end the movie, and I love Geena Davis' performance in this movie. She is so good in this movie, so good. Coming in number 3 is Frances McDormand in Fargo. Yes, this is probably like my favorite character in any Coen Brothers movie. Margie, yes, Margie the cop. Isn't she the sheriff? I think she's the sheriff in this movie, and she's so great. So great, such a likable, such a charismatic character. It's so weird because she's just this like little old pregnant lady, and she's like she's like the police chief. She does all the investigations and stuff. She investigates all the murders that happens in Fargo and stuff. And again, she's this little old lady who's pregnant, and it's so funny, it's so awesome, so quirky, and I just love Frances McDormand's performance. She's so great in this movie, so friggin' likable. I love her philosophy about life and stuff, that there's more to life than money and being rich and being powerful and stuff and being famous and stuff. Having love and family and friends is enough, and I love her philosophy. I love her character. I love listening to her talk, and I love her weird quirky humor and stuff, and she's great. She's such a great character. She's a very smart character. She's such a likable character, and I love her. She's just so great. And Frances McDormand, again, amazing performance. Such a great performance. Oscar well deserved. So good. So good. Coming number 2 is Amy Adams in Enchanted. Yes, okay. You gotta hear me out on this one. Everyone's probably looking at me like, what the fuck what are you talking about? Amy Adams in Enchanted? Yes. It was really hard for me to put this over Julie Andrews for Mary Poppins, but I honestly think Amy Adams was fantastic in this movie. She was so good. She actually plays a live-action Disney princess. You don't ever see that. It's such an original performance, and it actually feels like what Snow White and Cinderella would actually act like if they came to the real world, and it's so freaking good, her performance. She is so great. She's so likable. She is so hysterically funny in this movie. She's hilarious in this movie. This is my favorite performance by Amy Adams. I love her performance in this movie. I love her weird humor. I love how innocent she is. I just love it. She's such a great character. I know everyone's probably thinking, what? I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's a performance that just always grips me. It just always makes me laugh. It always charms me. And it's just so compelling. It's just so well done. And I feel like Amy Adams was just perfect for that role. She was just so perfect for the role. It's my favorite Amy Adams performance, and it's my second favorite female performance in movies. I know. It's weird. I know. It's weird. And my number 1 favorite female performance in movies is, of course, no shocker, that is Kathy Bates in Misery. Yes, this is a scary performance. This is probably the scariest performance in any movie. It's Kathy Bates as Annie Wilkes. Like, oh my god. Come on, I'm your number 1 fan. I'm your number 1 fan. She's so creepy. I feel so bad for James Caan. It's about a girl who meets her number 1 fan, her favorite writer, who writes the Misery novels, and basically she ties him to a bed and basically forces him to stay with her, and she drugs him up and stuff, and it's fucking creepy. It's intense. It's based off an amazing Stephen King novel. It's directed by Rob Reiner, when Rob Reiner actually directed great movies, and Kathy Bates, so freaking good. Just like Anthony Hopkins' performance, it's just such a scary and intimidating performance, but at least this performance makes sense for winning a lead role, because Anthony Hopkins was a supporting role. See, Kathy Bates is the lead actress. Even though James Caan is the main character, she's in the movie enough to be a best actress, because she is a lead performance, and she's fantastic. She's scary, she's creepy, she's unsettling at times, and Kathy Bates just did an amazing job, and it's my number 1 favorite female performance in movies. So yeah, that was my top 10 favorite female performances in movies. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, did you agree with this top 10 list? If not, give me your top 10 favorite female performances in movies. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.